All right, day 2. Let's talk about day 2. Our wonderful person at Cozy Campers gave us the idea that we should go actually that night after picking up the Cozy Camper. But I don't know. I did not have the stamina to actually do something as cool as that. But
yep. After dinner that first night, we were both just so tired. Food coma, travel, tiredness. Yep. So we were like, let's just get some sleep and then wake up early in the morning to go to the volcano. And that's what we did. We conked out and woke up the next morning. I woke up first at about 4:15.
Yep.
I woke up a little later. But we were out the door about 5:15. 5:15.
Yeah. That's about right.
I just know that we drove about an hour out to the volcano.
Yep. And there's a couple of parking spots.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
confusing. Technically, I think we could have parked. So there's a parking lot closer to the volcano side. So the freeway splits the parking lots into 2 spots. One where you have to cross the freeway and the freeway is only 2 lanes. One going one way, one going the other way. So not too bad. But you have to cross that in order to get to the other side. And walking wise, it's probably about equal distance, I would say, maybe. But either way, you have to figure out which direction you go. And that's our first time using the Cozy Camper on Iceland's wonderful unpaved roads. We'll get more into that later on because that goes to another time. Anyways, but after parking, we were probably one of, 8 cars in the parking lot?
Something like that.
And a couple campers here and there. That's just awesome. Like, there's no one here. And we decided, okay, let's go ahead and hike this thing. So we got all bundled up to go for a hike, and everyone has told us it will take about an hour. Okay? And sure, okay, let's go for a hike. Oh my god. Okay, I'm a city slicker no matter how I look at it.
I don't know. I feel like we're average in shape people.
Sure. Okay.
We're average in shape people. I mean, in American standards, we are above average.
Fair enough. We don't drive everywhere. We walk our butts everywhere.
Yeah.
That's true.
So.
Yes. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. So I timed it from the parking lot, which is a good distance to the starting point of the actual hike up to the volcano. From the parking lot, it was 2.75 miles, and it took an hour and 15 minutes.
Uphill.
And
then downhill. And then uphill again.
I mean, that's one way.
Yeah,
so
that's one way.
It's about 2.5 miles up one way. It took us an hour and 15. Because there were chunks of it that were just so steep, and we had to stop. And we stopped to take pictures too.
That's true. So it took longer to go up, for sure.
Yeah.
Hands down.
But there were definitely parts where I was sucking air because.
And I actually had to remove layers from my body because it was I was definitely more than warm. It was definitely hot.
It was 39 degrees based on the phone. So.
Yes.
We got up 3/4 of the way. There's a flat area where you could see the volcano from afar.
But even before then, you could hear the eruptions.
Oh yeah, you could hear it.
Yeah, but there's no earthquake. There's no earthquake at all or anything like that. I was expecting, maybe the earth might shake, but no, there was no earth shaking or anything like that. We just kept on walking, and you would hear it from the background. It sounded like a rumble, like a truck blowing by in the distance or something like that. And when I say a truck, I mean like a big rig or something like that blowing this, and then in the sky you could see the ash and the steam billowing out from the volcano, and it was actually pretty cool because you knew exactly where to go. And when you follow the trail, you go all the way up, and you're like, dude, this is pretty cool. And that's the first thing that we did. This is the first thing that we did in our entire trip. That's the first thing we did.
I'm kind of glad we did that, because who knows what shape we will be in at the end of this trip.
Yes, I would agree. Because for all I know, I would be kind of like whining at the very end, like, oh, do I really want to go back? It was cool though. Or maybe I will. But yeah, it's true.
So we got up there, and we immediately, well, when we got to the very, very, where do you want to?
Yeah, go ahead.
Very, very top, we were there.
Yes.
And we saw this gal flying her drone, and of course Ed was like,
drone!
No, I'm going to talk to you, because I'm going to fly my drone, and let's see what you have to say.
Yeah. Hey, so, Sarah. Sarah.
Yeah. Sarah from Westchester, near Cold Spring-ish.
Yes, Cold Spring-ish. Photographer, I guess, full time. Anyways, she got brought over. She had already been there for, 6 days? I don't know. I forget exactly. She was already there for a while, droning around all of Iceland, and she was very, very happy about that trip. I think because she's a photographer, she doesn't usually do things on her own. Like when she does photography, that kind of thing, so she's under the direction of someone else. This is the first trip she's had in a while where she does her own thing, which is pretty cool.
So while Ed was chatting with Sarah and getting his drone set up, I walked down a little further, closer to the volcano, just a little bit. And I chatted up this couple from Holland. They said Holland, but I thought people would say the Netherlands. Doesn't matter. They said they're from Holland. And so, they say they come to Iceland often. And that the hike up for them was, just the hike.
Well, the rest of us, us city slickers from New York are like, oh God, ripping off stuff.
Yeah,
so hot.
I actually told them I'm not doing that hike again. They're like, oh, it's just a hike. It's just a walk.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I sat down not next to them, near them, and just watch the volcano erupt.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Yes.
The first time it erupted, while we were there, I was surprised by two things. One, we could feel the heat.
Yes. That was a crazy thing.
I completely did not even think about that.
It wasn't even on my thought process that we would feel that much heat.
Yeah.
When it erupted.
Yeah.
When it's not erupting, it's just like everything else. Like it's pretty cold. It was. I wouldn't say cold, but it was. I would say that it was definitely nippy. Not exactly hot or anything. Yeah. But when it's erupting and spewing out all that lava, it's just hot.
Fire. It's like a fireplace.
Yes.
Even
absolutely.
though it was kind of far from us, we could feel it like as if it was a fireplace around us.
Absolutely.
That was a nice surprise. And then the second surprise was you could feel the ash rain down.
Yes.
Afterwards.
Yes.
Like after each eruption.
Yes.
I mean, we weren't getting. They don't hit hard because they're very light, the lava ash, but it's just cool to feel it rain on you. It's not like a downpour, but it's just kind of a sparse, very sparse, not even a drizzle, like very sparse here and there.
And it's not immediate either. The ash when it's being spit out from the volcano, I should say, it's just lava that's being spit into the air, and then it just makes a trajectory into the air, and the air cools it down, and it becomes hard when it comes down, and so you're getting pelted by these things. At sometime after the eruption, out of nowhere. At first, when you first experience it, you're like, "What the hell has just hit me?" Turns out it's from the eruption that just happened, but it takes a while for it to fly through the air, cool down enough, and then smack you in the head. And Sarah picked up one that was actually a pretty big size. It was cool on the outside, but you could hear the sizzling on the inside of that piece of ash. So it was actually kind of cool.
Very cool.
And also, I'm going to also say this about the volcano. The volcano, when we got there, we got very lucky in a way, because Sarah, who had gone there twice already, she went the first time, I guess maybe the first day or something like that, and then this is her second time when we met up with her, when we went up to the volcano. She was telling us that it wasn't as frequent, nor was it as predictable as it was when we went. And that
when we went, it was
predictable, yes.
Yeah.
So about every 7 to 5 minutes or so, an eruption would occur, which was great because we got to see it multiple times, and it's just amazing to kind of see that.
What's also cool is that for camera purposes, it was perfect because before the big thing erupts really big, it would start bubbling up. It would start bubbling up a little bit gradually. So you would start seeing like a river of lava start flowing towards the bottom. So that's when you know, it's about to start. So then you get your camera ready, you get your drone ready, and then it gradually like bubbles up and gets bigger and bigger, and then it blows up with the big eruption. So for photographers and drone people and people wanting to take pictures, it's like it was the perfect timing and setup. In terms of like a natural phenomenon, it was as perfect for timing as you can get it.
Yes.
Because it gives you like a signal that I'm about to spew,
right.
I'm about to blow up,
right.
and then it blows up.
And then you could set up. You knew that if you have 7 minutes in between, because it would spill out the lava for about 2 minutes, so that means that you have about 5 to 7 minutes in between to kind of bring your drone back down or like whatever, and then or set up again if you didn't like what you didn't like what you saw, or you didn't like how you filmed it or whatever it is, you can go back and just do it again. So it was great, but I mean, that was amazing though. Honestly, that was amazing. Even though I would say we were told by the Cozy Camper guy that it would be amazing to actually see it at night.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we went early in the morning.
Yeah. And that's why he wanted us to go that evening and then wait till like 2 a.m. in the morning to watch it. And we were like, oh, that's a great idea, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? Maybe we'll do it again at night.
At night, yes. So, what happened after that?
13.
I know, 13. Well, whatever.
After that, after we're all done, and then hike back down. So the hike up took an hour and 15. The hike back down took 50 minutes only. 50.
Yeah. So much faster on the way down.
So much faster on the way down.
But
And it was fun on the way down to see everyone starting.
Yes.
So we're coming down, and everyone's just starting to make their way up, and that was a good feeling. Because when we were up there were only like 5 other people up there. It was so nice to get a video of just us with the volcano.
Yeah.
And just not have, too many people in the picture.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it was actually really nice.
Ourselves.
We really did. It was just, what was it? There was basically 7 people? 7 people total?
Total, yeah.
Yeah, like
5 additional.
Yeah.
5 people other than us.
Yes, 5 people
that we
other
saw.
than us. Yes. So that was actually pretty, that was amazing, because now we're not fighting with other people. We're just not like, oh, we got to find a spot to kind of sit down, that kind of thing. It was just sit wherever, drone whatever you want to go ahead and go with your drone or like whatever. It was actually really cool. And they're also building a lava wall too.
Oh yeah, they're building a lava wall.
Yeah.
And we also saw like a steamroller thing paving the road for hikers. So
that was cool.
that was cool.
Didn't want to get in front of that thing, but
Yeah.
I mean, just stop to the side and say hello and he's way back.
Yeah, yep. On our way. Yep.
Yep. Let's see what else was there.
And then we were trying to rush down too because our hotel checkout was supposed to be 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so we left the top of the volcano at 9:15. And, you know, by the time we got back to the car, it was already 10:30. And there was no way we'd get back to the hotel in time. So we called the front desk guy and he said 12 o'clock.
Don't worry about it.
So.
Yep. 12 o'clock. That's fine.
All worked out.
Yep.
So we drove back to the hotel and I got a shower in before we checked out.
Yeah.
And then
We got on the road.
on the road again.
So where do we go first?
Where do we go from there?
Well, actually, not first, but where do we go second after that?
After Volcano, where did we go?
We went north.
Our destination was the
Kirkjufell.
Oh yeah. Kirkjufell. Snaefellsnes.
Yeah, we'll put it up.
Something peninsula. Yeah.
Yes.
Home of Kirkjufell.
Home of Kirkjufell. That's where we went next.
That's where we went.
And that was well, okay, we didn't. Kirkjufell was actually toward the end, anyways. But we hit all these different places along the way.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
First up, well, what I remember was we hit the gas station.
Yes.
And one where you have the delicious soft serve ice cream cone.
It was really good.
It was so good.
And you get these and you can also get it dipped. So you get it plain or you get it dipped.
So
and
good.
what do you get?
I got plain.
I got dipped. And you get 3 choices. I think you get milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and a caramel. And you can choose any of those 3 to dip your cone in. And then you also have all these candies that you can also apply to the outside if you want to. Yes, which is kind of cool. But I just got mine dipped in dark chocolate and
I got plain. It's very good soft serve.
Yes,
very good.
Hands down.
None of that airy, liquidy crap you get in America.
No, yeah, this is pretty
nice
creamy.
and creamy.
Yeah, it's nice and creamy. I was actually I want to go back there again and get some more. And they're really, really nice too about everything. It's like, explain how it works.
Oh.
Yeah.
We forgot. Sorry.
Yeah.
Downtown Reykjavik.
Oh yes. Yes.
We went to the bakery, Braud Co.
Braud Co.
Braud Co. We went to the bakery because we watched some YouTube videos about it and it looked really good.
And
To Braud Co.
Yep.
We got their famous cinnamon rolls.
Yep.
A cinnamon one, a vanilla one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got their regular croissant.
Mm-hmm.
And then their ham and cheese, but it's really like bacon and parmesan.
Yeah. In a croissant. Yep. Delicious.
Yeah. We got a pastry with raspberry and vanilla cream, which was good.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have that later.
Yeah.
We got a cookie, and then the last item we got that I think we both really like. It was my favorite. Was it?
Yeah.
Your favorite?
Yeah.
This is focaccia.
It's basically a pizza.
Focaccia like pizza. So good with vegetables
the
on
vegan one. It was actually the vegan one.
Oh yeah, vegan. Tons of vegetables.
Delicious.
So
It was
good.
a little bit. It was spicy. It was a little bit spicy, but it was delicious. Hands down, one of my favorite items from their bakery. And even after a couple of days, I would say that it's still good.
It was still good because we didn't. 7 things. We didn't all of it all at once.
Yes, and
So.
it was. That's a little bit unusual for me because usually most baked goods are no good after like a day. In New York, anyways. After a day, like forget about it. It just tastes not very good.
Mm-hmm.
But here, it's like, these are still good. Yeah. But what else do we have to go? We also went across just 1 block over, basically, and we went to Reykjavik Roasters.
For the coffee.
Mm-hmm. So tell us more about. You're more the coffee drinker than I am.
I don't know. It was good coffee.
Yeah, it was good coffee.
It was good. It was a cute place.
Yeah.
I think if I was an Icelander living in Reykjavik, like I would go hang out there, tables, and it was good. good neighborhoody place.
Very
and
neighborhoody.
we got gorgeous weather on day 2, so it was very nice.
Gorgeous. Honestly, I was like, oh. But we didn't get to see all the major sites inside Reykjavik.
No.
Yeah. But the food though has been really good. And yeah, I'm very surprised in a way.
We saw wild horses.
Oh my gosh, yes. See, this is one of your big wants to see inside Iceland, and bam, you got that. You had that happen.
We were driving along. It was a beautiful sunny day.
Wait, were you driving? You were driving.
I was driving.
You were driving. Yes, you were driving this time. Yes.
I saw them from afar because even earlier when we were driving, we were spotting horses along the way off the side. Like they would just be on grassland, fenced-in grassland, and we'd just spot them, right? But we never really stopped because they were too far away or whatever. But when I was driving from afar, I saw these horses hanging out right by the fence near the road. It was so close.
Yeah.
And there was this perfect driveway that I could pull in, which made it so convenient. And I was like, you know what? I have to pull in there and stop and meet them.
Yeah.
So I pulled in, did a 3-point turn so that we were facing the right way. And we got out. Yes. And they stayed. They all looked at us.
Yep. They're going.
But they were all very calm.
Yeah.
There was a gentle breeze blowing their mane. It was perfect. They all had perfect hair.
Yes. Perfect horse hair.
They just all looked so curious and gentle. Like they were curious to meet us.
Yes.
So Ed walked up with his camera. And he pet them.
Yeah.
Even before I fully got out of the car and went over there.
Yeah.
So
I was like, gotta go meet these guys.
I was too excited. Too excited.
She was so ecstatic about the whole entire experience, and she was like, oh. But yeah, they are really cool, and yeah. But I would say they're everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
We eventually find out that they're just everywhere all over Iceland. But at the time, they were a novelty.
Yeah, they were a novelty. They were only in YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But now they're in real life.
Yes.
They're in real life.
And they're exactly how you see them in videos with the gorgeous hair, and there's always a breeze.
Yes.
Blowing their perfect hair.
That's Icelandic
And they're so gentle. They're exactly like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
So, so I was just very happy to get that checked off my list.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we went to the Black Church. Got some nice pictures.
And then after that we do we hit Kirkjufell? Yeah, I think we did hit Kirkjufell. Oh no, we went to this lookout point.
The stone bridge.
Stone bridge thing. Well, it wasn't even a stone bridge. It was, I don't know, something else. Anyways, it was still interesting because a bunch of birds were nesting and stuff like that in the area. And there's a couple landmarks in that area too to kind of go check out. So we're like, okay, let's go check this out. And then, because there was that big stone troll thing.
Yeah,
the troll.
The stone troll.
Stone troll. And that was in, middle of Iceland. And this is the first full day where we're awake, and it was 8 p.m. At night when we went there or something like that. When we got there.
Oh yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And it's it felt like daylight. there was no.
So bright.
It was so bright. Even now, when we're doing this is what. Is it midnight?
It's past 1 a.m. right now.
Past 1 a.m. and it's still bright outside. I don't know if you can tell right here. It's there's no night. So yeah, it's totally crazy. And then when we hit Kirkjufell, we were like, we were trying to decide, should we go to the campsite or go do Kirkjufell? And I'm glad we went because that sunset light was amazing. Plus, on top of that, there was no tourists at the site. We just went there, and it was us and another car for a long time, and then we were able to get I was able to get some of the photos that I wanted to get from the Kirkjufell, and it was just gorgeous. And plus, on top of that, after watching Game of Thrones, it's like, oh, this is like a site where they filmed at and that kind of thing. It was amazing.
Yeah, we could not have timed that arriving at Kirkjufell any better. It was, the sun was just low enough to hit it, kind of that golden hour light.
Yes.
No people there, which is great. Oh, remember what's funny?
What?
As we were driving there.
Yeah.
There was this incredible scenery all around us. We saw like these mountains far away, these cliffs, and with the sun setting, we were like, oh, it's so beautiful. And you were driving, and I kept taking video.
Yeah.
But then we ended up, we were driving, and then we saw this mountain.
Yeah.
And then we look at the GPS, and it's like, okay, we're arriving at Kirkjufell. And then I was like, is that it? Like, compared to the scenery we just saw, the cliffs and the ocean, like, it just looks like some random rock.
Yeah.
I was not impressed in real life.
Right. In real life, you're like, what the hell?
I was like,
we
is
came all the way for this?
I think we were both like, is this it?
Yeah. It was a little surprising. But then, what is kind of cool though is that sunlight, that sunset light, and you get to that one spot with the waterfalls. You're able, and that picture looks like they're right next to each other. They are so not next to each other.
Yeah.
Not each other at all. There's a huge parking lot, and then there's a walk, and then you get to the waterfall, and then you can take the picture with the waterfall.
And the waterfall is just like this trickle, like this.
Yeah.
To me, both Kirkjufell itself and the waterfall are not impressive things.
Yes. Like separately, they're not impressive, but when you get that right angle for it, it's so much better as a picture than it is in real life.
Yeah. It's one of those, like, okay, as we drive around all of Iceland, there's incredible scenery.
Yes.
That you see in real life that just don't show up in video.
No.
They just don't, you just don't get that whole feel of, like, the the grandeur of, like, seeing these cliffs in real life is amazing. But on video, it doesn't
really show up as well.
It's another mountain.
Yeah.
But Kirkjufell is the other way.
Yes.
In real life, it's like, is that it? What's so special about that? What's so special
about this? And it doesn't look okay. So in Game of Thrones, they talk about the Arrowhead mountain, right? And I was expecting it to look more like a cone. It does not look like a cone.
Oh.
It only looks like a cone in one angle, and the rest of it doesn't look like that. It is impressive, don't get me wrong, but it does not look like an arrowhead. It only looks like an arrowhead from one angle, and that's it. So I was a little bit disappointed with that, but at the same time, it is still impressive to see it.
Yeah. It is.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
so we got some good shots of that.
Yep. And then after that, we also did some FaceTiming. Oh, that's the other great thing about so far about Iceland. We can basically FaceTime almost anywhere.
Yeah.
In Iceland, it's like their cell phone services. Even in the middle of nowhere, you can get cell phone service, and that's really great. So when you're here, either get a SIM, or if you're with Cozy Campers, they have a Wi-Fi device, or not really a Wi-Fi device, but like a 4G tablet that acts as a hotspot, so you can connect to it. It's amazing. So I wish the US would have something like that. But anyways, that's it. Mm-hmm. So then we hit the campsite.
Yeah.
And stay there overnight, and then let's go on to.
You're wearing your cow hat.
Oh yes.
And then when we went up to the staff lady to pay,
right,
there were these two young guys standing there, and they noticed your cow hat right
yeah, they noticed my cat right away, and they too were Cal alumni who they just graduated. Congrats to them for getting the heck out of Berkeley. That's amazing. Yeah, at the same time, I'm like, oh man, good luck to you guys. But yeah, I mean, what a small world. And yeah, but more of that for the next day too.
Yeah.
But it was actually really cool. Really enjoying our time here. So we actually hit several key things, or not key things, but important landmarks that we wanted to go check out while we were here in Iceland in less than about 24 hours or so, and then we just hit everything. That is feel as if our most productive day was yesterday, hitting everything. So, all right, so let's go on to day 3. See you guys next time.